Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. Breaking news, running the bases. Today, I'm your host, Ryan Blank. I'm alongside the great Nick Nath and then Michael Garaffa. We don't know how long he's going to be here or how long he's going to talk because his connection is very horrible, as you can see. But we have breaking news. Willy Adames, shortstop, has been traded from the Tampa Bay Rays to the Milwaukee Brewers. The full deal is Trevor Rogers, a right-handed pitcher, along with Adames, are going to Milwaukee in exchange for relief pitchers Drew Rasmussen and JP Fireison. I don't know how to say his name. That's my best guess. So, first reactions. What do we think, guys?
It's Wander Franco season.
We'll get into that.
That was my first reaction when I first read the tweet, and then Passan Lily tweeted that the Rays have 3 shortstops in literally the top 50 prospects in the league. So there's no rush for their prospects, but honestly, this is a trade that works out for both teams. I think you got a guy like Willy Adames who wasn't hitting well this season at all, batting sub 200. Now he finds a new home. The Brewers they had a hole at shortstop. They'd never had an everyday shortstop playing every day, and now Adames fills that role perfectly, and it gives way for the Rays for their prospects to play now. Wander Franco's there. They have 2 other guys that at shortstop position that can play that hole perfectly, and the Rays are set for the future. And this was a trade that I feel like worked out for both teams. And the Rays got back some relief pitching in the deal.
Michael. Okay, does not look like we're going to get anything from Michael, so I will go on this. I think that this was a long time coming for the Rays to trade Willy Adames. I'm going to say he's weak offensively. He doesn't hit very well, and I think that's a big issue, especially when you got guys like Taylor Walls.
I'm going to try, but
Michael? Michael, if you hear us, try to talk.
You're right. I would just go.
Okay, I will just go. Continue what I was saying. It's been a long time coming. Adames is weak hitting, and they have guys who in the minors who are great hitters, great fielders, and can do a lot more than Adames. And I think that if you're Milwaukee, you're wanting to add depth to the infield. And that's what they do here. They have Luis Urias, who has been fine, but I think they want to upgrade defensively, and they got that in Adames, and maybe he'll hit better. Who knows? I think that it's a benefit for both teams because the Rays have also been hit with a lot of injuries to pitching. And getting Rasmussen and Fireison, I think, helps the bullpen a lot. So I really like this trade for both sides. Get some infield depth for the Brewers, and it gets a lot of help pitching-wise for the Rays. I don't think we're going to see Wander Franco.
Oh, the tweet just came in from Passan just retweeted. The Rays are calling up Taylor Walls.
That's what I was about to say.
It is not Wander Franco season.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Let me explain why. I think that they don't want to rush Wander Franco.
He's 20 years old. There's no reason.
Yeah. Taylor Walls is 25.
Yeah.
He's 25. And he's had a good –
same age as Adames.
Say that again?
The same age as Adames. Adames is also 25, but obviously the potential for Walls is way higher than Adames.
Yeah, I think that when you also look at the last full season that we had, you saw from what I've seen from Taylor Walls, he's not a huge power guy. In his minors career, he only has 19 total home runs in like 3+ seasons. He's not a huge power guy, but not a lot of shortstops are. He's a big contact guy. He gets on base. He has a good average. In 2018, I believe he hit 304. Yeah, he hit 304. And his career on base percentage is 369. Has an OPS of 786. I think that this is good for the Rays to actually go with Taylor Walls, give Wander Franco some more time to shine in AAA before they go and actually call up the man himself, Wander Franco, who's the top prospect in baseball right now.
No, of course. And we've already seen players from that draft class or that prospect class be called up, like Brian Hayes, Jared Klenick, guys like that have already been called up. But I think it's smart of the Rays. He's only 20. He's literally our age. And he's like still a top prospect in the game. I think it's smart also, like what you just said, to keep him in the minors. Call up a guy like Halls, who's already 25, who might be reaching the start of his prime. And I think it's just smart for the Rays to do that in general. who knows when we'll see Wander Franco? I hope it's sooner rather than later because it's always exciting to see these young new prospects always play well. But I think it's in the long term for the Rays, it's just smarter for them to keep Wander in the minors and just keep this development high. And for Walls, it's his opportunity to shine now. The Rays had a major hole at shortstop offensively, and hopefully he can provide a spark on that offensive side. And the Rays have won 8 in a row, so they're hot right now. So they don't even need all that.
Let me welcome in Michael Garaffa, who's at the Grand Canyon right now. Michael, what do you think of the trade?
Sorry, trying to figure out how to unmute my thing. But yes, we're at the Grand Canyon right now. There's Lauren back there somewhere. Yes, she's waving. But overall, I mean, I'm sorry, it's really windy. If you can't hear me, I'm trying to block the mic. Overall, really good trade. Seemed like it was very beneficial for both sides. Seemed like the Rays got a good end of the deal. Seems like the Brewers got a good end of the deal. Kind of strange at the moment. Didn't really seem like it was time to make a trade. But like we said, I mean, it seems like it might be trade deadline season way before trade deadline time. So this is not a surprise that we're seeing trades now, but definitely. Yeah. Wow. Now you're on the stream too.
Hey, sorry, we're at the Grand Canyon. Sorry.
Yeah, we're crashing the party. But it seems like it's beneficial for both sides, and I think this is something that's going to work out well, and maybe it's Wander Franco's season in Tampa Bay. But I'm going to let you guys get back.
Actually, it's not Wander Franco season.
I know. I saw that it might not be Wander Franco's season, but it's definitely it's going to be interesting to see because now he has an open door to take over that shortstop spot. And Willy Adames, man, he's getting the chance in Milwaukee, a team that's trying to win, a team that's trying to do well. So we'll see what they do. But I'll let you guys get back to it. We'll see if you can. Woo! It's windy as can be out here. But good luck with the rest of the show, and I look forward to seeing the rest of it. But that's the Grand Canyon. If you've never been, Grand Canyon, it's gorgeous.
All right, that is Michael Garaffa. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it. All right, Nick, I got one more question before we head out. Looking at this Rays team, when would you think they would call up Wander Franco?
Honestly, I feel like it all depends on how Walls plays. I mean, the 25-year-old, I feel like already has had kind of a short lease because of his age. And I feel like if you're the Rays, you would give him until the end of the season to kind of figure things out if he's struggling offensively. But honestly, by next year, by like next April or May, if Halls isn't the shortstop that the Rays thought he would be, I would really call up Wander Franco because he's the top prospect in the majors right now in that class. And I think it would be kind of dumb if he was still in the minors come next year. But at this point, honestly, we could see him get called up at any moment, anytime, because I feel like he could also play somewhere else in the infield, not just shortstop.
For me, I think at the latest, he's a September call-up. I really do. I think
this September?
Yes, at the latest.
Wow. I would be down.
At the latest. I think that they're going to look to bring him in very early. I think that they're going to let they're going to let Walls do his thing. They're going to let Walls do his thing. See if he can prove that to be the next guy. Because like Passon had tweeted out, they had 3 guys at the AAA level who appear ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So what it comes down to is, can Walls prove to be the guy and they end up moving Wander Franco to third or maybe to second? So a lot is in the air. But
so if Walls is playing well.
I think you're going to see Wander Franco potentially move to second. Because, I don't think there's a conceivable way that Wander Franco does not get called up, including September. Honestly,
the dream for the Rays to have would probably be to have Walls at short and then Franco at second. That's your infield of the future right there. And that's honestly, and you add young talent like Randy Rosarina. You have the Rays are filled with young talent like Passon. Like you just said, there's 3 shortstops ready at the major league level for the Rays already. And the fact that they're already playing well without these young prospects, they're going to be scary for a lot of years to come. They're already on an 8-game win streak right now. They don't need Wander Franco yet, but they could sure use him soon.
Yeah, and I think what it comes down to, for the Rays, they've got one of the best farm systems in baseball. They continuously do. What happened this offseason is, this season you're not seeing a very truly dominant pitching staff like last year. It's still a good pitching staff, don't get me wrong. It's just not as dominant. And they know that they need to add to the bullpen. That's what they did. They got that part. And then they gave up a guy who, honestly, I think needs a fresh start and someone who I don't think was ever a big piece of their future, knowing they have Taylor Walls and Wander Franco.
No, yeah,
That's what it comes down to.
It was so smart. He wasn't even hitting 200 this year, Adames. And while he does provide a spark on the defensive end, and while he does find a pairing with Colton Wong in Milwaukee, that will be a nice defensive unit. But hitting-wise, he was never there, and he was already 25. And like we've mentioned so many times before, the Rays have 3 MLB prospects ready at the shortstop position. It was just time to move on from Adames. And I think Adames will find some success in Milwaukee. Sometimes you just need a fresh new start. And he maybe knew his time was coming to an end in Tampa because Wander Franco and Wallace were on their way up. But now he finds his new footing in Milwaukee, and we'll see how the Rays approach this Wallace-Franco situation from here on out.
Yeah, what you have to look at now, the story to watch with this trade is how does Adames react to the trade? How does he play? How does he play in Milwaukee? That's the first thing. Second off is when do we see Wander Franco and where is he playing? So that's what it comes down to. All right, everyone. Short breaking news show, but that'll do it. We will be live. I don't know when. Michael is adamant on not having us do the show without him. We're going to try to because we're
going to talk baseball.
Yeah, we want to talk baseball, and he's afraid that we're going to be better than him at hosting. I think that's just what he's afraid of. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your week.
Oh, Ryan just left.